You're listening to Solihull Radio.
Debs Donnelly on Solihull Radio.
And it certainly is out. It's gone. And as you all know, I work in a school, and I've no disrespect to anybody I work with, but I was glad to see the back end of it because I was tired. People say, oh, you work in a school, you have a lot of holidays. Well, I'd like to say that by the time we're broke up, you need them. Because it kills right now. I have got my secret crush in the studio with me today. And unfortunately, I'm barking up the wrong tree, but I can look at him with angel eyes. And I've got my lovely mate, Danny Stone, with me again today. And he's come to tell you about, well, I'm going to let him tell you what I'm going to tell you about. But first of all, if you'd like to call in and have a chat with either of us, you can call us on 01217040185, or you can email the studio at solihullradio.com, or you can text the studio at 8228 8228 8228. 228, or however way you want to do it. You can do that. So I'm going to now put Danny's microphone on. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, you see, he's welcome. See, I'm on. There we are. And outside, we've got Richard looking as if he's pretending to know what he's doing on a laptop. But there you go. He's behind the glass. He's behind the glass. He's behaving himself. Yes, so, anyway, Danny, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
He's coming in his biker leathers.
I was thinking, it was about a year ago, almost today, that I came to see you last. So.
I know. After I'd sent him a cryptic message on Facebook, and then he said, "You're barking up the wrong tree," I went, "Oh, it's just my luck." Anyway, it's lovely to see you again. Looking really well. He come in his biker leathers and his crash helmet. I thought he'd come on his push bike. I thought it'd be over the top for that. But there you go. Where are you parked?
I didn't want to battle the traffic in back into Solihull, just the side of Mount Square.
Oh, you see.
Over towards my Kung Fu club.
Oh, right, yes. Now you see. My friend Danny has moved into Solihull with his Kung Fu.
I have. Not me personally, but my club has.
Your club has. So have you still got the other one going as well, or not?
There is, the other club is still there, but not on a Tuesday, it's there on a Thursday, because I used to do the Tuesday, and then a friend of mine, Jimmy, used to do the Thursday.
Right.
So he still does the Thursday, but I've moved my club now into the Royal British Legion on Tuesdays at 6 p.m.
Right, okay,
For
so...
anybody that wants to know, in Solihull, obviously.
Yeah. Now, I know, well, years ago, when I was a young, supple woman, let's just say, I used to do Aikido, and I've got to say, it's very good for your confidence, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, not just your confidence, your self-esteem, it can... I mean, obviously, you're working on your body the whole time without even realising that you're doing it as well. So the whole time, you're training, you're focusing on the technique, and you're working towards, your grading or whatever your next goal is. It might be that you're fighting in a tournament. It might be that you're going to demonstrate in a competition. But you're working hard towards that end goal. And so by doing that, effectively what you're doing is practicing mindfulness.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily know or are aware of it, but you're practicing, you're doing things mindfully. And when you do things mindfully, as we know, it engages your focus, and it means that you get a lot better at what you're doing. But as a byproduct of that, your mental health improves, and your diet, your fitness, and your sense of well-being. And I have since completely changed my diet to sort of fall in line with Kung Fu. So I'm eating less meat. I'm eating more salads, especially in the summer as well, because it's so nice to eat a salad in the summer. But I think obviously when you get into that mindset, I was trying to explain this to somebody the other day, and it's a bit like the yin and yang. With everything in life, you have to sort of try and find some harmony, and as you push with one hand, you pull with another, and that creates the spiral or the circle.
The circle of life, Now, I found, because my listeners know that I've discovered the gym, but I found that, don't you find, maybe I'm wrong in saying this, but my body naturally doesn't want to eat as much now.
Well, yeah, that's it. And I mean, your portion sizes, because your stomach has shrunk, your portion sizes go, reduce.
But I keep saying to these about exercise, and I said, if you're sitting on... I got to a point where I was actually sitting on the sofa watching a bit of rubbish telly. I wouldn't normally say that word as you do. I got a bit, like lethargic, and
I think that you kind of follows that sort of mentality, doesn't it? If you just go in and you say, I mean, I'm guilty of it myself. Sometimes when I finish Kung Fu, I'll go home and I just sit there and I veg, because I think to myself, well, I've done my workout for the day, I'm okay now.
Yeah, I do that.
But sometimes when I'm not training, for example, I'm not training tonight, and I'll go home and I'll sit down and I'll start to feel guilty then, because I haven't trained. And you start to think to yourself, why am I feeling guilty? Because I'm not training. But the thing is, it's sort of subconsciously pushes you to try and do better.
Yeah.
And the thing is if anybody out there who is struggling either with weight, with self-confidence, with self-esteem, with with anything like that, and not just Kung Fu, you can do anything out there that's you could be doing tennis, you could be doing badminton, you could be doing cricket, football. It doesn't matter what you do, because so long as you're energetic and you're expelling your energy rather than letting it just build and build and build, so long as you're finding a way of spending all the energy that you've got, let's just say, you will start to lose weight, and you will start to building confidence, and you'll gain self-esteem. The great thing about Kung Fu, for me anyway, the thing that I love about it is the social aspect as well. Because obviously now we've got 5 clubs a week. They all start at 6 p.m. at different locations. So I'll run through that in a minute. But, in theory, people can train 5 times a week. But the great thing is, for me, because I'm quite local to all the clubs, I tend to go Mondays, I teach on Tuesdays, then I go Wednesdays, sometimes I go Friday. But at each club, they've got different people. And so you go to a Monday and you see this person.
Yeah.
And you might see that person again on a Wednesday at that club, or on a Friday at that club. But, at each club, you've got different people. So you get to know different people from different walks of life. And, there's a man that goes on a Wednesday who's a fireman. There's a director.
Oh, so come to Wednesdays then.
You and fireman, what is it?
I found that my biggest fear before I actually ventured to the gym was the stigma of, like designer lycra, and what I call the designer lycra crew.
Yeah.
Look at her, yeah. And I just wanted a gym that you went in and it was people who talked like I did, and just and I have found that in our Cox Green boxing gym. To be fair, I mean, you go in, there's a lot. I mean, the bonus is there's a lot of topless, sweaty men, ladies. I'd like to say, you walk in, you can smell man. Well, I can, but I'm a bit of a sniffer dog in the male world now. But but I think that's important. I just don't. I couldn't bear to go.
What I love about particularly about my style, not just my style, because I've seen it in other styles as well, but I think it's the way it's done traditionally is the patriarch or even the matriarch of the family will teach their children, and they will teach their children, and they will teach their children, and they will teach their children. So it filters down through the generations. But obviously it doesn't work like that in the UK, but in a way it kind of does, because we've got Grandmaster Yao, who brought the style to the UK back in his 1960s, back when he was in.
So how old's he now? Is he still alive?
He's in his 70s. Yeah.
And he still does
he's
it?
the same age as my mum, actually. I'm not going to say
No, I was going to say.
But yeah.
But he's still...
He's in his late 70s, and he still trains, he still... attends, we have a national tournament every October. He still comes to that. He sits on the gradings, the black sash gradings. He's very hands-on and dedicated to his martial arts. He's trying to sort of step back and retire because he just wants.
He
to...
won't.
He won't.
He won't. He won't.
He's in it forever. But the great thing about it is, he teaches his disciples, as they're called, and then they teach their disciples, and so on and so forth. So it's passed down in the same sort of tradition, in as much as if you came to my class and you were standing in my class and there was somebody standing next to you and they saw what you were doing something incorrect, they would help you to correct what you were doing, you were doing it so that everybody learns correctly. That's what we want to get. There is no right and wrong because everything has a purpose and everything has its own application. But obviously, we want to try and imagine it's like a song that's been sung by a superstar, and you're trying to sing it as good as they are. That's what it's like, really. But that doesn't mean to say that you can put your own slant on it. You've got your own sort of accent and your own vibrato or whatever, to use that analogy. But everybody tries to sort of get to the same
level sort of thing. Yeah.
So everybody is there to help everybody, and that's the one thing for me that I loved about it, because when you go there, you're a novice and you feel like a right pillock. Because
you do,
you don't know what you're doing
because you're standing there and it's like, boxing.
Yeah.
I thought you just go in there, you put a pair of boxing gloves on, and you just stand punching each other. Yeah. But you don't.
No, there's so much.
You've got it. I was going to say it was so technical.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all right now, thanks to Anthony. I'm getting there now, but even so, it's like, it's just not... And then you pull back, and I was like, oh my gosh, I just thought you punched people, but yeah. Anyway, I'm going to let, me and Danny are going to have a little drink of water, because we need one now. And because it's been so hot this week, well, yesterday was a joke.
Oh, I know.
Didn't want to move yesterday.
I was in Dubai yesterday.
Oh, no. Oh, if only we had been.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to play this.
What are we having?
The Heat Is On
Oh,
by Glenn Frey.
Good choice.
There we go. If it works. Come on. There we go.
The heat is on the street, inside your head, on every beat, and the beats alive, deep inside. The pressure's high, just to stay alive, 'cause the heat is on. Caught up in the action, I've been looking out for you. Tell me, can you feel it? Tell me, can you feel it? Tell me, can you feel it? The heat is on. The heat is on. The heat is on. Oh, it's on the street. The heat is on. Caught up in the action, I'm looking out for you. Tell me, can you feel it? Tell me, can you feel it? Tell me, can you feel it? The heat is on. The heat is on. The heat is on. It's on the street. The heat is on. The shadows hide on the darker side. Behind the doors, it's a wilder ride. You can make or break, you can win or lose. That's a chance you take when the heat's on you, and the heat is on. Caught up in the action, I've been looking out for you. Tell me, can you feel it? Tell me, can you feel it? Tell me, can you feel it? The heat is on. The heat is on. The heat is on. It's on the street. The heat is on. I can feel the fire. The heat is on. Flames are burning high. The heat is on. Baby, can't you feel it? It's on the street. The heat is on. I can feel the fire. The heat is on.
Solihull Radio.
Right, now tomorrow in Tudor Grange Park, Solihull. Do you know, if you hear that funny noise in the background, I'd like to say that Danny and I have not got digestive problems. It is actually the air conditioning. Thank you very much. Anyway, Summerfest starts in Tudor Grange Park tomorrow, and according to the delightful Richard, who's the other side of the glass, it's who? ABBA what? ABBA Arrival. And Mamma Mia the movie. Oh, there you go, you see. It's handy having people the other side of the glass. It sounds very technical, but it's not. It's just a bit of glass. Yes, so if you are, well, I think you needed to buy tickets, to be fair. But you could do what the girls do in Bridesmaids and hide behind a tree and listen. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Oh, God. He's come on asking silly... I'll tell you if they can buy them on the door.
I'm sure they'll be able to buy them. Now.
Oh, dear me. But, Richard's
Yeah,
doing
you
that
can,
thing
you
that
can.
men do. You know that thing they do when they incorporate little digit and thumb and wave their hands as much to say, "Shall we go out for a meal tonight, my love?" Oh, you know that sort of thing they do. Anyway, so what we were just discussing, I've forgotten what we were just discussing. We were discussing Kung Fu.
Yeah.
So, and Danny, actually, and I'm going to have a word with our Jeff about this, actually has his own company as well, which is Midland Fire. And do you know what they do?
Well, I do, yeah.
You do. You know what they do. Honestly, I can't get this stuff. You service fire extinguisher. The amount of people I've seen sort to you and gone, "Oh, which brigade are you with?"
Yeah, we're not with the brigade. We sell and maintain fire extinguishers and fire equipment, basically.
Yeah.
Anything to do with fire protection, fire risk assessments, fire drill training, the whole scope.
Yeah. So have you got our Jeff's phone number, Dana?
I have somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, right. So give him a ring and ask where your advert
Yes,
is.
because I'm supposed to be having an advert.
But you need to be
soon.
forceful and dominant with our Jeff, unfortunately. Mind you, I think his wife Kate's got the hang of him now. Right, okay, you can ring us on 01217040185 or email at the studio at solihullradio.com, or you can text studio at 82228 or 82228 or 82228, whatever way you want to do it.
It's all the same number.
It's all the same number, yes, you are right. Or, if you'd like to, you can look at your smart speaker and go, "Play Solihull Radio." And she'll go, "Yes, master."
Have you got one yet?
No, not yet.
No.
My daughter keeps on at me to have one. Have you got one?
I've got. I'm not going to mention the name, but I have something on the TV service that
Yeah.
does the job. And obviously I've got phones that have.
Are they all? Would I be able to?
I must admit, I think it's a bit overrated. I mean,
You don't really use it.
I do. If you're searching for something and you just press the button and you say, let's say you wanted to have a look at, I don't know, a wildlife documentary, you can put wildlife documentaries and it'll bring up everything to do with wildlife documentaries.
Right. So if you wanted to play, say like there was nothing on the radio that you wanted to listen to apart from me.
So you could say Solihull Radio,
Yeah.
and then it will bring you up all of the podcasts of Solihull Radio.
Oh, right, okay. So, but how does it? This is what I want to know.
I don't know.
Oh,
I think it
you didn't
talks
just
to
buy it and plug it in.
Oh, you can do, yeah.
Is that what you did?
Yeah, you just.
Oh, it
well,
doesn't have to be connected.
Mine's through the telly, so it was already connected through the telly and the
Oh,
smart TV
right.
type thing.
I thought you'd have to go all through everything and nothing, and you know what I mean, to get it to work.
You have to sync it to your Wi-Fi.
Oh, right, okay.
And then I think you have to. I mean, with the Amazon one, I don't know whether you have to, whether you. I think you just say, "Hey Alexa" or something like that, and then it does it. But anyway, other smart speakers are available.
I was going to say that, but you too.
Yeah, no, I think they are good. But really, when you think about it, it's just a speaker.
A sneaker? That's a new one. That's a
That was a
sneaker.
cross between a sneaker and a speaker.
A sneaker.
Imagine that, a speaker with a sneaker. Sneaker with a speaker.
A sneaker with a speaker. Right, to celebrate, ABBA. Oh, I forgot what he said it was.
ABBA Revival.
Yeah, ABBA Revival. It's good job you're here. Should we play
I
a bit
wasn't
of
sure
ABBA?
if it was revival or arrival.
Oh,
he said.
Arrival.
But-
Was it a revival or arrival? Either way. That's their album, Arrival, isn't it?
Oh, is it probably a
Yeah,
rival?
yeah.
Mate,
Do you know
the
what?
other one was Mamma Mia, wasn't it?
I was telling my listeners last week, we went to Armed Forces Day, which was very interesting, on the military front, if you're into that. Well, some else looking soldiers about anyway, but anyway. And this fella said to me, "What, you're very brummy to be on the radio." And I said, "You wouldn't say that to a Peaky Blinder, would you?"
True.
Like, yeah, but, Julie Walters has done all right, hasn't
we
she?
are from, the Midlands. We're allowed to have that
Little bit of an accent. Yes, I mean, I still get on the bus.
Yes.
Well, actually, I don't. No, now I can drive. I don't bother.
No, I don't think.
No, I was stuck behind a bush yesterday. Just nearly had an accident on the way. A woman who reversed off a drive. Didn't even look through her windows. There's me. I'm thinking, she's not seeing me. She's not seeing me. She's not see brake on. Yeah, I know. Oh, you're very brave riding a bike, actually. What about, like you're going along and you get somebody like that who wouldn't have seen you?
The thing is, you ride a bike completely differently to how you drive a car. you have to imagine when you're in a car that it's like you've got a cage around you. Whereas when you're on a bike, it's a bit like being on a push bike. You know, it's the same kind of...
More curly hair, would blow straight on a bike. I'd get off with helmet hair, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
We'd be like, me. Oh, I've put a colour on it.
I notice it's sort of...
Grey purple.
I wasn't going to say blue rinse, but it's heading that way, isn't it?
No, it's not blue rings. How rude. How rude. To be honest, what happened... Can go off purple. What happened was I caught sight of myself on a photograph, and I thought, you're 56 girl next couple of weeks, and is that blonde a bit too young?
I have to say, I quite like it. It's got a purpley tinge to it.
Yeah,
It's
and
nice.
I thought I might go a bit darker, and then I thought I don't want to go back to what I was, plum. I was a plum. Sounds bad, doesn't it? Plum. Anyway, but I wanted to have something a little bit more. Anyway, I was watching a programme the other night about women who've embraced their grey.
Oh, yeah.
So I've embraced.
Oh. I think it looks nice.
Thank you very much.
I actually think a lot of people these days, their hair colour comes out of a bottle, their skin colour comes out of a bottle. Everything
Their
is
lips
just
come out of a syringe.
Yeah, and you just think, why? What are you doing?
Well,
I think it's best to embrace nature. I haven't coloured my hair for. I mean, I used to.
Yeah, but he's
I
got
was
enough
blonde.
brown. He's got enough brown hair. He ain't got a colour. Oh, that's it. Well, actually, yeah, but men. Yeah, but this is the
That's the
thing.
thing, men look
Men
distinguished, don't they?
age better.
I think men look more distinguished, whereas women get frumpy.
I was
No
looking.
offence.
I honestly no. I was saying this to somebody yesterday. No, I was saying it to my best friend yesterday because I'm 56 in 2 weeks. And I was walking behind a lady yesterday who was rather a party. Rather an ample lady.
Yes.
And I heard her talking to a friend. Not that you're listening to conversation, but some people talk.
can't help it sometimes.
Something.
I
And
like
she
it.
said, "Oh, I'm 56 soon." And I thought, honestly, I thought, oh my God.
So you don't look 56. I would say you're more into your 30s.
Oh,
Late
oh.
30s, I'd say.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
You
but
don't
I
remember.
think I've got. Yeah, but I think when you lose somebody close to you, you know, like Sean died and stuff, I think you develop this different outlook to life anyway. Do you know what I mean? I think I'm not.
I think for you as well, because you're so small,
Yeah.
you look.
Yeah, I am very
you look-
small.
you look-
See, that's just
you know,
confirmed it.
That helps, I think, with your. You know, it helps you to look, keep younger.
Because
You look like a girl.
I look like a
woman.
girl. A girl.
girl.
A girl.
A girl.
With a big bottom.
I didn't say that. I'm backing away.
But most people do comment on that part of my anatomy, dear.
No comment.
Yes. Anyway,
Moving on.
to celebrate ABBA
Yes.
revival or arrival or whichever one it was, we've got the air conditioning. Are you warm enough, love?
Yeah.
Oh, right,
Do you know-
okay.
Do you know, it is absolutely beautiful and cool in this office.
There you go.
If anybody wants to pop in.
It's nice, our
It's cool.
new studio. Do you think this is nicer than the other one?
It's more compact. The other one was massively open planning. It just had lots of wasted space.
Yeah.
But no, I think this is nice. I think this is, you know, you've got a lot more going on. And you've got the bit over there. I can't turn and look because the listeners will lose me. But
Think you
there's
fell
a
off your
bit-
chair.
You've got the bit over there where you do your open mic bit and stuff. You know, I was talking, was it Jeff I was talking to? It might have even been you that was telling me. That you have people in and you do, you know, they do speeches
Yeah.
and stuff. And, you know,
Yeah.
I think that's great. I think it's really nice.
So, no, I wasn't with you last week, was I? Why wasn't I with you last week?
I
What
did
happened?
wonder because you were saying the last time.
Oh,
we
it was the
on
it was the last
last-
night of term.
Oh,
So, unfortunately, Debs
dramas.
Donnelly discovered the 2-for-1 cocktails at the Slug and Lettuce here in Solihull. And the something berry mojito.
yes.
That sounds very nice. Bit too nice. Yes. But I got chatting to the cocktail waiter whose name was Rory, a very young man, but very nice young man. He was testing me with all these cocktails on it. Well, I don't remember coming home, I'm not going to lie.
Well, that sounds like a good night to me.
It is, yeah. So I apologise for my abstinence last week, and I remember last week, but I am back, as you can hear, and I'm hoping I am actually, Danny, hoping that you will join us more often because we
I
have a
will.
good old
I
natter.
would like to.
But I want to build up for 2 hours soon. But at the moment, as I said, I'm hit my mental speed bump, so I didn't
Do you know
build it
what
up
I
too
think?
much.
I think the listeners ought to show you that they want you to be here for 2 hours.
Yeah.
I reckon. And you were saying the last time I was listening to you that you were going to be doing a request show, and
I would
think
like to.
That is a perfect catalyst to get you back to where you were, because I think if you had a bit of interaction with the listeners,
Yeah.
if you people out there on the radio phone in,
You tell him.
speak
You
to
tell him.
us,
But the thing was, you
tell us
see,
your opinions.
I want them not just to text and say, "Oh, I'm doing this or I'm doing that." I want to know what they're doing and why they've picked the record, and you know what I mean.
A bit of information.
A bit of information about yourselves. You know, have you got a wooden leg or have you got 2 wooden legs? Have you got? I don't know.
No legs.
Are you bald? I don't know. Anything you want to tell us? I don't really care. But if you'd like to, you can get in touch. Right, I'm going to put a bit of ABBA on because I've been trying to put ABBA on. This is what happens when we get together. We're just going about to make a quilt like the Amish now. Right, here we go.
They passed me by, all of those great romances. You were a friend robbing me of my rightful chances. My picture clear, everything seems so easy, and so I dealt you the blow. One of us had to go. Now it's different, I want you to know. One of us is crying, one of us is lying in a lonely bed, staring at the ceiling, wishing she was somewhere else instead.
Debs Donnelly on Solihull Radio.
Oh, there you go, a bit of ABBA. Actually, I'm going to put Danny on. We were just discussing the pros of having ABBA in your life. Everybody should have
I
ABBA
think-
in their life.
You know, I think the ABBA is one of those things that if... I don't know anybody that doesn't like ABBA, for starters.
Oh.
I don't know anybody that says, oh, hi ABBA.
Even if you pretend you don't.
That's it. And I think that
Yeah.
that's the key, isn't it? Is that because everybody loves it, as soon as you start playing ABBA... Well, I mean, I've done... I'm a bit of a DJ at home, and I've done parties and stuff. And as soon as you put ABBA on, the dance floor's full. It doesn't matter what,
Yeah.
what type of a party it is.
well,
You put
there's-
ABBA on, people will be there.
Even you rockers out there, we know. You're a secret. You're not a rocker.
I'm not.
No.
I don't mind a little bit of rock, but not like, hard.
Like
death
Nirvana, I
metal.
think. Yeah, no. Because, at the end of the day, they go
To each
home and
their
have a
own.
cup of tea. Alice Cooper, look at him, he's brilliant at golf, and yet you wouldn't think he would play golf. No. But Jake, who does Wednesday night, you met him
I did.
on the
He's
open
got
night.
long hair.
Yeah, he was
Long
long, red, flaming. He's like brave.
It was like a fire.
It was like a fire. Yes.
Awesome.
Flaming locks of golden hair. Well, that's a song, isn't it? Flaming locks of golden hair. Where's that from? Oh, Jolene.
Is it?
Is it?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I was going to sit singing
I'm
that to him.
not singing.
He's
I'm
been
not
driving,
singing.
riding his
Every time I
motorbike home tonight,
I'm not
thinking, no, don't sing while you're on your bike.
Oh, I always sing when I'm on my bike. That's something I do.
Can you get a radio on a motorbike?
You can. But what's the point?
Well, yeah, that's true.
You can't hear your radio loud.
You know when you go up the motorway on a motorbike, like all the flies hit the windscreen, does it happen to your crash helmet?
Yes.
Oh, so what do you do?
You have to wipe them away with your hand.
Oh my God,
I
let
mean,
go!
I was riding home last night. It was quite late. It was probably about 11 o'clock, and it was quite dark, but it was still really humid. And I was riding down this country lane, and there was like this. It was like a swarm of flies. And I just rode through it.
In
My
your
eyes
mouth?
are open, and they invaded my helmet. And because obviously you're wearing a helmet and you're riding along, it's not like you can just put your hand in and scratch.
No,
the top of your head or your head. So yeah, it was. There were a number of times I had to stop and have a good itch and then put my helmet.
I'm not being rude, Danny. I am listening, but in this job, you have to use your eyes. Everything's going on.
Your eyes, your ears,
And
your nose,
exactly. I'm going to play. My going out tune tonight is actually "Keeping Faith." Did you watch the last series?
No.
It's one of my favourite things on the television. Yeah, but there is something actually. What I'm trying to do is something starting in Solihull tomorrow.
Oh, right.
And I saved it because I was a good girl. I went through Facebook before I left the house, and I thought I'll save that. Ooh, let's have a look.
Yeah, like a phone case. That's cool.
Do you like it's a radio?
it is, yeah.
Oh, so yeah, I am.
I tell you what. While you're doing that, I'll tell the listeners about my kung fu show.
Yes, please do.
Show.
Yes,
My kung fu
show.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's famous, really.
I mean, we may be doing a show at some point.
Yeah, go on,
I
yeah.
would like to. That's one of my next things is to try and get more people involved.
Maybe you could do that, a
Well,
demonstration
this
thing.
was. I'm speaking to the council at the moment to see if I can get some kind of stage somewhere, even just at a festival.
Have you had many? Have you? Are you still waiting, or have you had somebody join now? Have you had people come along now, or not?
to the class?
Yeah.
Not very many, if I'm honest with you. I could do with a few more people. But
Right. Come on, get your
I've
kung
been
fu
s-
fingers out.
The thing is, constantly throughout the week, I'm speaking to people. People are constantly ringing me. I've got signs now on my car, so as I'm driving around, there's adverts on there. I've got leaflets which I'm distributing to people, which I'm going to give you some as well of, and you can pop.
Oh, yes, please.
Give to whoever you want. But we do need people to turn up, particularly through the summer, because obviously people, kids go away, families go away on holidays throughout the summer. So if you're at a loose end and you want to try something new, as I said to you earlier, we've got 5 classes a week. Mondays at Coxmoor, 6 p.m. Tuesdays here in Solihull, 6 p.m. They're all at 6 p.m, so I won't keep saying 6 p.m. Tuesdays at the Royal British Legion in Union Road, just opposite the House of Fraser.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Just across the road from where we are. Wednesdays is in Redditch at Churchill Community Centre. Thursdays, as I said earlier, is at Manningford Hall in, I guess you'd call it Druids Heath, just down from the Maypole. And then Fridays, we've got the Methodist Church opposite McDonald's in Longbridge.
Oh, right, there you
So,
go.
Again, all 6 o'clock, and all, I don't teach at the mall. I teach Tuesdays, but there's different instructors on different days. But we're all teaching the same stuff. We're all teaching the same stuff, and it's £6.50 per adult, £5.50 for a child that's between 5 and 15. And if you train more than once in a week, so let's say if you come to me on a Tuesday and then you go to the Redditch class on a Wednesday, the Redditch class will only be £3. And then if you went to the Thursday class, it'd only be £3. Friday class, only £3. So you could actually train 5 days a week for, less than £20 a week.
And we'll see you on the Olympics next
good.
year.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah. Well, mind you, is it?
They're doing kickboxing, not kung fu.
Yeah.
But, part of kickboxing comes from... being able to kick above your head and all that kind of stuff. And,
I'm
part
quite
of...
often seen doing that after I've had a few cocktails, but there you go.
Part of what we train in kung fu is kickboxing as well. You'll notice if she's you got a business card.
I have.
That's my new
I'll
business
show it.
card.
I'm just showing it to the microphone so you can see.
I thought there was a camera, but on the back of the business card, you'll see. We also do things like occasionally we'll do things like tai chi or kickboxing. With martial arts, you've got to have a bit of yin and yang. So you've got to have a bit of soft, and you've got to have a bit of hard, and you've got to have. Enter yourself into a tournament to see how good you are against other people, but also, take time to repair and enjoy and do soft things as well as, going and beating people up in a tournament,
we don't.
But we've got so many things that we can teach people, that come along and have a go.
Yeah.
Honestly, it will change your life. Change my life.
There you go.
Honestly.
Yes. Yes. Well, to be honest, I know exactly what you mean. Right, now, tomorrow, our scrapyard golf starts in Touchwood.
Scrapyard golf?
I don't know. Well, I saw it. I thought I'd better read it out. You take on a 9-hole challenge of miniature golf with friends and family. There's no need to book. Just head down to the atrium. So that's I think the atrium's by...
Is that by where the...
Is that the one in the middle, or is that the one by the library? No, the beach is by the library, so the atrium must be the bit in the middle. I always get confused.
I thought, you know where they sometimes have... Where Santa's grotto is?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, do you think it's there? Yeah, I think
so.
it might be there, yeah. Anyway, and it's £5 per person with £1 donated to cure leukemia. So, it's well worth having a go, and you'll have a laugh, and it's going towards a worthy cause, which is good. It's absolutely fantastic because, as you know, lost hubby to... Well, I didn't lose him to leukemia, but, any cancer of the blood isn't a good cancer, to be fair, but you'll be fine. If you've just discovered that something sinister is going on, be positive. I know it's easier said than done, but you need to be positive.
That's the atrium. I just Googled it.
Oh, let's have a look.
Sorry to interject.
No, you're not. Interject. That was a big word.
Especially when you're doing something so...
Interject on a Friday night.
That's
The atrium.
So
it's the
where
bit
you've got
under...
it's like a triangle, isn't it? And
Yeah,
you've
so
got,
it's
like,
the bit where they
rusty-
put the flash cars and that,
Yeah,
isn't
that's
it? Yeah,
it.
yeah, we go. So, come along and have a go. Now, if you've got into... This is only the first week of the 6-week holiday. My daughter's actual words the other day were, Mum, why do I have to have a 6-week holiday? They're driving me mad already. I said... You've only done 3 days. I love it now. But then I've hit a point in my life because one of my girls said to me the other day, what was your favourite part? Because I've got 4 girls, and what was your favourite part of our lives with you?
Oh.
And I loved it when they were little and they were learning and just got up suddenly and walked across the room. That was absolutely great. But I think my favourite part is right now because they're like my friends now.
Because you can go off and you can...
Yeah, but
you
they're
can have a
like my
full-blown
friends.
conversation with you as
Yeah,
well.
like I can go, they'll ring me up and they go, you all right, Mum? And I go, yeah, and we just have a chat and we'll go out together and that's nice because I actually feel like whereas when they're growing up, you can't you do enjoy
You're in
them.
control though, aren't you then? Right?
But then you see,
You've relinquished control to them now.
big
haven't you?
confession
You're
now. I mean, they know about it, but big confession was that I didn't want children. I wanted to join the Navy. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a sailor or I wanted to join the army. And I did neither because my dad wouldn't sign the papers. So
Different time.
I don't. Well, exactly, and I don't regret it. I don't look at because I think life's too short to regret anything. To be fair, I don't look at it with regret, but I do think. I think that's why I've got wanderlust now. It's the fact that I want to do stuff, and when I watch things like my favourite programme, SAS Who Dares Wins, nothing to do with the quite nice looking men in it, but when I watch that, or Bear Grylls, or I think you know. I'd love to do that Bear Grylls thing. I'd love to go on a trek with him and, you know, throw myself off a... Oh, I watched Warwick Davis on it the other week. Me and my daughter would just happen to flip through channels. There wasn't a lot on it.
He's the little...
Yeah. Well...
he was in...
I'm going to send you the clips later
Yeah,
because I was absolutely rolling. Honestly, I was crying because I was laughing that much because it look, I suppose because no disrespect, because he's small. Yeah. It was more of a comedy factor, but he's a very funny man. I didn't realise how funny he is.
And the thing is, I think he's sometimes, he makes out like he's being deadly serious, but actually he's just...
Because Bear kept saying, come on, let's go for it. He said, here he is again, let's go for it. Here he's going like this, and Bear was going, right, you've committed now. He said, if he tells me I've committed again. He said, if he just says to me I've committed again, he said, I'm going to kill him. He was like this, and he was just so funny because because Bear Grylls, I went off him for a bit because somebody told me when they're on that island trying to survive, he's living in a hotel.
I think he does, yeah.
Well, I mean, come on. Well, I suppose there is that.
Survival, is there?
No, he's already done that.
He's just making sure that
he just pushed me too far when he drank his own urine in the middle of the ocean. I was like, oh.
I never saw that episode, but I mean, you know, to each their own. But
well, yeah, if that's what turns you on.
Exactly.
Right, what time is it now? It's 7:46. We've got 14 minutes to go. Shall we play? I'm going to play an iconic tune now.
Go on.
I don't care. Lola by Kinks.
Oh, great.
I love it. I've been watching. Have you watched it? SAS Drag Queens SAS. No, SOS rather. And they're going to like.
Oh, I've heard about it.
Oh,
yeah.
I love it.
I haven't seen it, but I have.
Because I love a good drag queen, mate.
Oh no, they're good fun.
They are. I mean, I've got to give it to them.
I mean, they're so entertaining. You know, it's one of the purest.
I mean, the funniest. Yeah, well, that's
a
it.
man dressing up as a woman.
Yeah, and it could have been me.
Transcends time too.
Yeah.
If you look back.
Yeah, Danny LaRue.
Oh, I know. Well, even
I mean, to be fair, I think he was an attractive woman. Yeah. And RuPaul. Oh, and I've got to say, their makeup. Oh.
It's just out of this world, isn't it? It's like.
Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. Yeah. I love it. Well, that's on at the Hippodrome next year.
Is it actually? I've seen Priscilla in London. It was really good.
Oh, was it?
Priscilla.
Well, I've just ordered the
movie?
DVD. Oh, yeah, I've just ordered the DVD.
If you've never watched it, listeners, go out and buy, or go out and watch Priscilla, Queen of the Desert on DVD, the original one that was done in Australia, because it is one of the
said to my daughter.
There are some one-liners in there that will literally
slay you, don't they? They do.
Yeah,
and I was watching. I said to my daughter, "Have you ever seen Priscilla? What was she watching? Oh, she's really into RuPaul's Drag Race. She's addicted." And I said to her, "Have you seen Priscilla, Queen of the Desert?" She went, "No, Mum." I said, "I'm going to order it." So I ordered it, and it come. And she said, "Oh my God, it's so good." It was so good.
It is hilarious. I mean, the thing is, as well, is it was released back in the 80s, which
yes.
It was still very taboo, you know.
Terence Stamp.
Homosexuality and being gay.
Yeah.
And all that kind of stuff. You know, it was very, it was still considered, you know, immoral and wrong and all that kind of crap. And when, I don't remember Priscilla being released because I think myself, I was still sort of in my own little closet at the time. But when I met my first boyfriend, he made sure that we watched it, and I just remember
Terence Stamp was so
floor.
dry.
I know. And,
how dry is that man?
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I'm not going to repeat the next bit.
Loved him. I think the bit in the bar with the woman as well, you know, when she comes out, well, you're not serving you, innit? Like that. And I can't remember his one line in that.
Who, you mullet?
It's lovely.
I'll have a lime daiquiri and a Bloody Mary.
Honestly,
It's
if you've not watched that,
There's a load of people out there that don't know what we're on
No,
about. But
but
honestly, it's a party.
if anything in this world, if you never see a film again, watch that. Right, I am.
Debs Donnelly on Solihull Radio.
And now to celebrate the drag queens of this world, you're all gorgeous. We love you. Listen.
I met her in the club down in Old Soho, where you drink champagne and it tastes just like cherry cola. C-O-L-A cola. She walked up to me and she asked me to dance. I asked her her name and in a dark brown voice she said Lola. L-O-L-A Lola. La-la-la-la-la. Squeeze me tight, she nearly broke my spine. Oh my Lola, la 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 Lola. Well, I'm not dumb, but I can't understand why she walk like a woman but talk like a man. Oh my Lola, la 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 Lola, la 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 Lola. Champagne and danced all night under electric candlelight. She picked me up and sat me on her knee. Said, "Little boy, won't you come home to me?" Well, I'm not the world's most passionate guy, but when I looked in her eyes, when I almost fell for my Lola, la 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 la, la 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 la. Stay and I always wanted to be that way for my Lola. La 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 la. Girls will be boys and boys will be girls. It's a mixed up, muddled up, shook up world except my Lola. La 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 la. I left home just a week before, and I'd never ever kissed a woman before. Smiled, took me by the hand, said, "Little boy, gonna make you a man." Well, I'm not the world's most masculine man, but I know what I am, and I'm glad I'm a man. So it's Lola, la 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 la, la 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 la.
Solihull Radio.
See, I told you that was iconic.
It is.
It's an icon. Out of all the Kinks tunes, I love that one.
My friend's dog's called Lola, and so she always sings that dog. That song to the dog.
Can you
So
imagine?
it just reminded me of her dog. She's ever so cute.
Oh, my rabbits yesterday, because I've got 2 rabbits. I've got a lion-headed rabbit and a miniature rabbit. He's laughing at me now.
I was
And,
laughing because I was thinking a lion head, but I don't know what rabbits are. I don't know.
Right, rabbit. He's a lion head, has long fringe. He looks like, and he's got blue eyes. So we've called him Tommy Shelby off Peaky Blinders because he's got really blue eyes. And then I've got Bubby, who's a miniature. Because my grandson couldn't say bunny rabbit, he used to say Bubby, Bubby. So we've called him that. Anyway, I read online that they hate this hot weather, so give them ice.
Yeah.
And I thought, so I went in the fridge, got the ice cubes out. There they were.
Do you know? I saw this really good thing. This is for making dog treats, and basically they've got some biscuits, like dog biscuits, and chews and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, we're not on. Hang on a minute. Can you hear us?
I can hear us.
Can you hear us? Oh, there we go. That would be better.
So basically, what you do is you get dog biscuits and dog treats and all kind of stuff like that, and you chop it up into tiny little bits and put it in water, and then you freeze it, and then you just give it to the dog, and they just lick it, and then you get the treats. And obviously, you'd have to do it in smaller.
But you can buy a cool bed.
cubes.
You can buy a cool bed for
yeah.
your dog now.
Yeah.
I noticed my friend had purchased one the shape of a watermelon, and he was lying there. Buzz was lying
I
there.
was gonna say, does he use it?
Did you meet Buzz on the opening night? Little
I
Buzz
did,
Light,
yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah.
he's a Chihuahua, yeah.
I did. Yeah, I was a
Be frightened I'd fall over him there.
No, that's any trouble with dogs.
I quite like a.
I'd step on it. I would. I know.
Yeah.
I would. 'Cause
What's
I'm so
your
close.
dog?
I mean, he's a spaniel staff, mine is,
Oh.
and I step on him sometimes. With that because he's black, and I've got black carpet, and I've got a black sofa, and
Oh,
at
don't you get the
nighttime-
bits?
What do you mean?
Oh no, you're like me. You're a singular liver, aren't you?
Yeah.
I know. I mean the bits on the black carpet. Like when you walk across, when
No.
bits fall off. So
I don't know. It's,
I remember having a red carpet when I moved into the house. I mean.
yeah.
And every time the girls, I don't know what they shed, but every time the girls walked past on the carpet, I could see the bits. I could see. But then you see, as you say, we live on our own, so we
Yes.
don't.
I don't know.
My daughter's away at NCS at the moment. My house has never
Oh,
been so tidy.
My nephew's just an NCS.
Was he all right? Because
He
she
loved
she
it. He
came back from
absolutely loved
Isle of Wight and she was a bit down because she'd been mixing. Well, she'd been put in a group of girls that were a bit, how do I say, bitchy. And she came back and she said, I don't know whether I want to go back. And I said, why? What's happened? And she went, I heard them say, do you want to swap to one of their friends? Because we don't like Jess.
Oh.
And I said,
Aren't
anyway,
kids
she's
sometimes?
texted me this week. She's at the uni bit now, where they stay in uni.
yeah.
And she said she's having a great time. So I feel so much better for that.
I think even if they don't particularly enjoy the time there, I think it's really good for them because it gives them a taster of what's next to come.
Yeah.
And
But you get a signed certificate off. It'd be off Boris Johnson. Oh,
God.
oh, I know.
What do you think about him?
I wish
Have
somebody
we got
do
enough
his
time to
hair.
discuss it?
No, I'll say no. We'll see.
Yeah.
But he's probably like the
I
Donald
must
Trump
admit-
of the UK, to be
I
fair.
must admit, I kind of figured it was going to be him over.
I don't know. I don't know what I think at the moment. I don't know whether he's going to do a good job or not.
I think over him and Jeremy Hunt, I think
Yeah.
he's the best of
He's probably more down to earth
the
than
lesser
Jeremy.
of two evils. Let's just say.
I just wish somebody would do something with his hair, but there you go. Is he still with that girlfriend?
I
Or?
think so.
Oh,
I think so.
oh, she's got funny taste.
I mean,
hasn't she?
they did have a row, didn't they?
What time is it now?
10 to.
Oh, right, okay.
Got-
I have been me. Danny has been him.
I have.
And he will be joining me again at some
It
point.
sounded like the two Ronnies.
Yeah, we did.
It's
I
good
have
shout
been
from
me,
her.
and he has been him. And
I
thank you for letting us into your hearts, your homes, and your minds. It's been lovely. Please take care of yourselves. You've got a week to behave yourself, and if you don't, I'll want to know what's going on. I am going to leave you with the song out of my favourite television show, Keeping Faith, which started again this week. And I just think this is a beautiful song, so here we go. Let's hope it doesn't do any adverts because of what it's on.
And don't forget Kung Fu
Oh, hang
on
on.
Tuesdays.
Oh,
6
Kung
p.m.
Fu on Tuesdays, yes, and we
6
must
p.m.
6 p.m. So if you,
£6.50.
there we go,
Anybody welcome. Anybody, any age.
there you go. I'm
Well,
just having an itch in my
Children over
eye.
5.
Right, are you ready? Here we
I'm
go.
ready.
Here we go. Oh, hang on a minute. I've got
Let's
to find out which one it's on.
Not that one. That.
It's not
No,
doing
that
it. Oh, there it is. Oh, do you know, so many buttons. I love this song. You not heard it?
You cut, but I'm bleeding, and all of my strength I give to you. I love completely. You lose, then you leave me, and all of my hope are left with you too. But I give my heart, all I did, I give my heart, and although it's lost, it is still beating. I give my whole soul, I did, I give my soul, and although I'm broken, I am still breathing. I will sleep through the moments, all the moments you've stolen. Oh, for my love, I'll know the truth, that I gave my heart, all I did, I gave my heart, and although it's lost, it is still beating. And I gave my whole soul, I did, I give my soul,